subjectivity is related to person or personhood also. Personhood means what a person is, or the totality of a person is called personhood. And this subjectivity is also related to it. Is a kind of like a different set of elusive term, so not a concrete set of term, and it has many different set of meanings. It is related to the self, who I am or what I am, or how my identity is made up. And then Paul Smith, look at the book. Paul Smith, in his Introduction to Discerning the Subject, 1988, suggests the term subject can be used to indicate a variety of things. Subject, verb, object, that subject I, he, she, it, that is the subject, or the totality of he, totality of she, or totality of I, that is the subject. And look at the fourth last lines of the quoted extract there. Psychoanalytical discourse. For example, in psychoanalytical discourse, it will take on a more specialized meaning and refer to the unconsciously structured illusion of plentitude. So, from psychoanalytical perspective, subjectivity is unconsciously structured illusion of plentitude, which we usually call the self. So, subjectivity is unconsciously structured illusion of plentitude, means like there are so many different set of things included in this subjectivity, and uh, and that is a kind of illusion of plentitude also. That is a kind of illusion of so many different set of things. Or elsewhere, the subject might be understood as the specifically subjected object of social and historical forces and determinations. Subject can be understood in other set of places as socially social and historical forces, subjective to object of social and historical forces and determination. A subject cannot be without like object also. So without the body, the subject of a person cannot be understood. If a person is dead, he like person as a person he is okay, but his subject is no more there, because that self is no more there. So other definition of the subject are based on linguistic issues of the first person pronoun and what space this I demarcates. So from linguistic perspective, so when we look at subject is that first person. Subject, verb, object. In that, subject is first person, and language is always essential to talk about subject, because without the language we won't be able to talk about that I, or about the person's personhood, a person's personhood. Linguist Mool Nasser and Harry begin their discussion with a brief outline of traditional humanist beliefs about the subject. General amongst the conditions for personhood is the person's possession of a sense of identity. My subjectivity is related to my sense of identity. That is why my subjectivity is related to who I am, of being oneself and continuously oneself. Look at. So subjectivity is related to uh, person's sense of identity and of being oneself and continuously oneself. So when a subject is there in a body of a person, let's say, that is a sense of identity. That subject relates to sense of identity, and that subject relates to being oneself, the complete, and that subject relates to continuously oneself, because that subject won't be fluctuated. Once it would be subject and next time no, that won't be there. If a person has a subject, he has a kind of continuous like sense of being, sense of identity. Whatever or what sort of subjectivity he or she has got, that depends upon, or that is a different set of case. But that subjectivity remains continuously within himself or within herself. And continuously, slowly and continuously, that might be changing because of experiences, other set of like activities, perception, reading, etc. Also, these might enhance the subjectivity to be perfect or consolidated. But once a person is there, he has a kind of, or she has a kind of sense of identity, and that sense of identity is complete, that is being oneself, and that is always there, that becomes or that is within himself or herself throughout his life. But it doesn't mean that that doesn't get changed. That gets changed, but very slowly and continuously. That is why your subjectivity of 10 years back might be different than your subjectivity now, or your subjectivity after 10 years. But who you are, or what you have, what you are now, the completeness of yourself, that is continuously within you from your from the very day of your birth to the last day of your like living in this world. So look at now, the Cartesian tradition treats this sense of identity as the intuition of perhaps even the direct experience of an inner core of being. Yes, subjectivity is related to, according to Cartesian, Descartes, this subjectivity is related to inner core of being. When you are a being, what is the inner core of you? That is subjectivity. Or ego, which is the self. Your ego or yourself, that to which all other mental and moral attributes belong. So, your ego, yourself, to which there are so many other moral, social, or mental attributes, they belong to you. That is subjectivity according to Descartes. So, Descartes says that the self or the inner core of being, with which there is recognition in the society from other people, or with which there is the total dealing of like mental or moral sort of dealing with the person, that is subjectivity. So इनर कोर अफ बिङ भनौँ भने त त्यो मान्छेको सबभन्दा भित्री कुरा क्या, लास्टको चिज भनौँ न। यो हात रहेन भने पनि एकजना मान्छेको सब्जेक्टिभिटी रहन्छ। मेरो म त हात नभए पनि हुन्छ, खुट्टा नभए पनि हुन्छ, कान नभए पनि हुन्छ, कपाल सेतो रातो कालो अरू जस्तो लुगा लगाए पनि, अथवा यता मुटुको अपरेसन गरे पनि, पेटको अपरेसन गरे पनि, अन्तिममा रहने द्याट इनर कोर अफ बिङ, मेरो म भन्ने जे हो, द्याट इज सब्जेक्टिभिटी। र यो सब्जेक्टिभिटी किन पढ्दैछौँ भने, why are we studying this subjectivity is because in literature when somebody is writing something, that subjectivity gets reflected there in literature, in his or her literature, and we are studying this from literary perspectives. However, they find this intuitive belief in a coherent and stable identity problematic, and they offer an alternative way of understanding that we might call a subject. But the problem with this subjectivity is it is beyond our definition. It is like the completeness of subjectivity can never be accomplished with the use of words, because it is related to unconscious also. So unconsciously structured illusion of plenitude. When unconscious is there in your brain, and that your or you in your ego or self, and when that unconscious is defined, that becomes conscious, and the unconscious lives far away from that definition. Our unconscious goes beyond that. That is why defining subjectivity is a problematic set of term. That is why they supply offer alternative way of understanding. So look at now, Mulasar and Harry again say a person is an embodied being located in a spatio-temporal structure of things and events, so having a point of view, and is also an active being located in a structure of rights and obligations, so having a sense of moral responsibility. So from, because this defining subjectivity is very difficult from that Cartesian perspectives or moral perspectives only. That is why Mool, Asar and Harry, they define this subjectivity from another location. That is, a person is an embodied being located in a spatio-temporal structure of things and events. Subjectivity is personhood. Subjectivity is the totality of a person, and that person is embodied being, means without a body that person wouldn't be a person, and that person is located in a spatio-temporal structure of things and events. जहिले पनि कुनै न कुनै ठाउँमा त अन्तरिक्षमा भए पनि मान्छे त कतै न कतै हुन्छ. सो स्पेसियो टेम्पोरल भनेको समय र ठाउँमा काहीँ न काहीँ हुने हो. त्यो आत्मा भनेको पर्सन सहित, पर्सन भनेको ठाउँ सहितको, अथवा अन्तरिक्षमा होस् अथवा कुनै ठाउँमा होस्, wherever he is or she is, he is with his or she is with her body and located in certain space and time with certain things and events, and that subjectivity is having a point of view. आफ्नो आफ्नो दृष्टिकोण सहितको हुन्छ सब्जेक्टिभिटी. पागलको पनि दृष्टिकोण हुन्छ, सध्यको पनि दृष्टिकोण हुन्छ, सामान्य मान्छेका झन् धेरै दृष्टिकोणहरू हुन्छन्. So that subjectivity is having a point of view and is also an active being located in a structure of right and obligation. र मेरो राइट के हो, मेरो अब्लिगेसन के हो भन्ने कुराको एक्टिभ नै हुन्छ. अब त्यो पागलको छ त्यस्तो नहोला, नत्र भने अरू सब्जेक्ट्सहरूले म के हो, मेरो के गर्नुपर्ने छ, वाट आई एम सपोज टु डु, हु आई एम, what my aim is or what my responsibilities are, he or she is conscious of that. So having a sense of moral responsibility, that subject is always having a sense of moral responsibility, because he is a moral being, or human beings are moral being, and his subjectivity is also structured morally. Means they feel a kind of, or whoever the people are, they feel a kind of social or moral responsibility within themselves. And that social moral responsibility emerges from his or her subjectivity. A location of a person as a biological organism within a solid flesh and blood existence. हजुर नछेजी भन्नु न, म त अलि थोरै विद्यार्थी त थोरै भयो कि मैले पढाउँदै गरेको छु. ओके ओके. So look at, with a solid flesh and blood existence, that subjectivity will not remain in vacuum or will not exist somewhere outside the person's flesh and blood existence, who also must acquire certain practices such as language and other social skills, is referred to by Muller and Harry as double location of the subject. So that subjectivity for the reflection or for like recognition of that subjectivity, language is essential. Language and other social skills is referred to by Muller and Harry as double location. So within human beings there is that subjectivity, and to bring out that subjectivity, language is essential. मेरो म को हुँ, मेरो भित्री पहिचान, मेरो point of view बुझ्नको लागि त, to understand my point of view or who I am or how I think, that language is essential. Other social skills are also essential. So look at again, there is another definition from Molosser and Harry. To be a person in the fullest sense in this is that society is to have a mastery of linguistic and social practices. So to be a person in the fullest sense, a person needs certain skills, that is linguistic skill. Without language, a person's subjectivity can never be expressed. So he or she should have a mastery of linguistic and social practices. We believe that mastery is equivalent to believing and using a theory about what is to be a person in one's native culture. Theories are built around basic concepts. Looking at this way, the self is not an object, but the leading concept of a theory about what it is to be a person in one's native culture. So, subjectivity shouldn't be understood as a person only. The flesh and blood like identity of a person only, because it is not the object. That is the object, and within that object there is subject. That is why they say objective, specifically subjected object of social and historical process and determinations. So, looking at this way, the self is not an object. Yourself is not an object, I have already said. Even if your hands are no more there, legs are no more there, other parts are no more there, you are already operated, you have got artificial stomach, artificial other sort of like organs, but your subjectivity is beyond that. मुटु नै झिकेर दिए त के हुन्छ, तर अरू चीजहरू जे पनि झिकेर फ्याँकेपछि पनि सब्जेक्टिभिटी त त्योभन्दा परतिरको कुरा हो. self is not an object but the leading concept of a theory about what it is to be a person. पर्सन हुनलाई के हुनुपर्छ भन्ने कुराको थियरी चाहिँ हो अरे बरु सब्जेक्ट भनेको इन वान्स नेटिभ कल्चर. मेरो नेटिभ कल्चरमा मेरो सब्जेक्ट कस्तो हुनुपर्छ डिटरमाइन गर्छ. मैले नेपाली पाराको सब्जेक्टिभिटी देखाउनुपर्छ, उता अफ्रिकनहरूले अफ्रिकन पाराको सब्जेक्टिभिटी देखाउनुपर्छ अथवा देखाउँछन्. उता ब्राजिलियनहरूले साम्बा डान्स गरेर उनीहरूको सब्जेक्टिभिटी नेटिभ सब्जेक्टिभिटी देखाउँछन्, उता अमेरिकनहरूले अर्को सब्जेक्टिभिटी देखाउँछन्. त्यसैले द्याट सब्जेक्टिभिटी about what it is to be a person in one's native culture. मैले अमेरिकन भयो भने मेरो कल्चरले मलाई मान्दै मान्दैन. I am discarded or my subjectivity is challenged there if I don't show my social cultural setup like links or native subjectivity there. In other words, look at people are whatever fits into a theoretical framework of what it is to be a person. मान्छे हुन के चाहिन्छ त्यसैभित्र मान्छेहरूलाई बनाइएको हुन्छ. मेरो समाजमा मान्छे हुन के चाहिन्छ त्यही बनाइएको हुन्छ. मान्छेलाई जन्मेको मान्छेलाई टोपी लगाएर साडी लगाएर ब्लाउज लगाएर लुगाहरू त्यस्तै लगाइदिएर कस्तो मान्छे चाहिन्छ त्यस्तै बनाइन्छ. मुस्लिमहरुमा एकजना मुस्लिम कल्चरमा नेटिभ कल्चरमा कस्तो मान्छे चाहिएको छ त्यस्तै मान्छे बनाइन्छ. अरू देशमा पनि कस्तो मान्छे चाहिएको छ त्यस्तै मान्छे बनाइदिने हो समाजले. सोशल कल्चरल सेटअपमा त्यो सब्जेक्टिभिटी डेभलप हुन्छ. मेरो ड्रेस लगाएको मान्छे मेरो समाजले बनाएको मान्छेको सब्जेक्टिभिटीले गाईलाई लात्ताले हान्दैन, गाईको मासुलाई खाने साहस गर्दैन हिन्दू हो भने. उसले त बरु देखो भने त्यसलाई ढोक्न खोज्छ, यसो हात राखेर टाउकोमा गाईको जिउमा हात राखेर टाउकोमा राख्न खोज्छ. त्यो भनेको उसको सब्जेक्टिभिटीको फर्मेसन हो. त्यो भनेको समाजले बनाएको. Because that society has structured him that set of subjectivity. So now he begins or she begins regarding cow in that way. But the same person, same set of person, physically same set of person who is developed or who is brought up in another society might not have that set of subjectivity to look at cow. Because there is another native culture there. And he or she is brought up in that culture. So, look at Kaja Silverman similarly defines the term subject as a location shared between several theoretical discourses, but she also brings into consideration the issue of unconscious in the construction of subjectivity. Kaja Silverman is a psychoanalyst. And Kaja Silverman believes that subjectivity, for the formation of subjectivity, there is unconscious related or embedded. The issue of unconscious in the construction of subjectivity. The unconscious always exceeds our ability to conceptualize it. If we can conceptualize it, it immediately becomes conscious. So that is why language is not enough. Language is essential to talk about subjectivity, but language is always having a kind of like problem to express subjectivity, because subjectivity is made up of unconscious, and that unconscious can never be expressed by language. Because when we express unconscious by language, it becomes conscious, and unconscious again slips away. That is why subjectivity, the problem with subjectivity is that without language there is no expression, or by feelings only, by simple setup like mental framing, we won't be able to understand a person. That is why language is essential. How he expresses his inner core there in society. When we look at his language, we will understand. We will understand him or her. But that is not enough. That understanding is also not enough, because it is, this understanding is made up of language. Because, and language is only capable of like covering the area which is conscious, and subjectivity is an issue of unconscious also. The term subject designers a quite different semantic and ideological spaces from that indicated by the more familiar term individual. Okay, when we use individual, even in that individual also, that subjectivity is related. My individuality is my subjectivity, or my individuality is related to my subjectivity, my inner core of being, my sense of identity. मेरो व्यक्तिगत धारणा हो यो, मेरो व्यक्तिगत मामला हो भनौँ भने, त्यो व्यक्तिको व्यक्तिगत कुरासँग रिलेटेड नै हुन्छ. Subjectivity is related to individuality also. Okay, र के भन्छ भने, the term subject foregrounds the relationship between ethnology, psychoanalysis and semiotics. ethnology पनि रिलेटेड हुन्छ. म मेरो कुन समाजमा डेभलप भएको छु त्योसँग पनि मेरो सब्जेक्टिभिटी छ. भन्नुको मतलब म चौधरी समाजमा हो भने मेरो सब्जेक्टिभिटी त्योसँग रिलेटेड छ. म नेवार समाजमा हो भने त्योसँग रिलेटेड छ. म शेर्पा समाजमा हो भने त्योसँग पनि छ. So subjectivity foregrounds the relationship between ethnology, psychoanalysis, मेरो अनकन्सियस पनि छ, र सेमियोटिक्स पनि छ. सेमियोटिक्स भनेको त हामीले पहिले पढिसकेको छौँ. साइनहरूको मिनिङ, जुन चाहिँ जसको चाहिँ लेखेर मात्रै मिनिङ नहुन सक्छ. हेरेर देखिने चीजहरूको मिनिङ सेमियोटिक्स हो. That meaning of things that they have been giving to the onlookers, that is semiotics. Semioticsले पनि थाहा पाइरहेको हुन्छौँ कि हामी त्यसको मिनिङ दिइरहेको हुन्छ. जस्तो एकजना महिलाले सेतो लुगा, सेतो चप्पल, साडी, ब्लाउज, कपाल खोलेर सिन्दुर नलगाइकन हिँडेको छ भने हामी त्योबाट सेमियोटिक्सबाट बुझिरहेको हुन्छौँ कि उसको अवस्था यस्तो रहेछ, हस्बेन्ड माइट बी डेड भन्ने बुझिरहेको हुन्छौँ. त्यही महिलाले रातो ब्लाउज, रातो साडी, रातो सिन्दुर, रातो चुराहरू लगाएको रहेछ भने यो त एकदम सेलिब्रेसनमा रहेछ, अथवा जस्ट म्यारिड होला भन्ने बुझिरहेको हुन्छौँ. किनभने सेमियोटिक्सले त मिनिङ दिइरहेको हुन्छ. एन्ड द्याट सब्जेक्टिभिटी, हाम्रो सब्जेक्टिभिटीलाई क्रस गरेर सेमियोटिक्स रिफ्लेक्ट नै हुँदैन. भन्नुको मतलब म भित्रको इनर कोर अफ बिइङलाई क्रस गरेर यदि मैले एक्टिङ गर्दै गरेको छुइनँ भने हाम्रो सेमियोटिक्स रिफ्लेक्ट हुँदैन. मेरो आत्मा दुखी छ, मन हाँसो चम्किलो हुनै सक्दैन. ममा पीडा भएको छ, म एकदम रंगीन दुनियाँमा रहनै सक्दिनँ. That is almost impossible. That is why this subjectivity foregrounds the relation between ethnology, मैले भनिहालेँ एथनिक समाज कहाँ छ त्यहाँबाट सेट भएको हुन्छ. साइकोएनालिसिस हुन्छ, मेरो अनकन्सियस कसरी फर्मेसन भएको छ, and semiotics. It helps us to conceive of human reality एज अ construction मान्छे के हो त, who a person is, it helps to understand that. Subjectivity helps to understand who a person is as the product of signifying activities which are both culturally specified and generally unconscious. So the category of subject thus calls into question the notion of both the private of a self, synonymous with unconscious. Synonymous with consciousness. Consciousness. It suggests that even desire is culturally instigated. Desire is also culturally instigated and hence collective, and it decenters conscious, relegating it. के पनि भन्छ भने the category of the subject thus calls into question the notion of both the private of a self, synonymous with consciousness. Consciousness को private self लाई पनि subject ले त relate गरिदिन्छ अरे. It also calls into question. जस्तो it suggests that even desire is culturally instigated. Desire पनि सांस्कृतिक रूपमा नै त्यो बनाइएको हुन्छ. नराम्रो हुन अथवा राम्रो हुन इन्स्टिगेट गर्नु भनेको हुनलाई बनाइएको हुन्छ. हाम्रो समाजमा पहिले 10-12 वर्षमा बिहे गर्ने चलन थियो. अहिले महिलाहरूको अहिले 22-24 वर्ष 25 वर्षमा बिहे गर्ने चलन छ. कल्चरली इन्स्टिगेटेड हो, राम्रो होस् कि नराम्रो होस्. कतैतिर बाल विवाह गरिदिन्छन्. त्यसैले त्यो बाल विवाह गर्ने बेला भयो मेरो भनेर पनि महिलाहरू पहिले बालक हुँदैखेरि रेडी हुन्थे. उनीहरूको त्यो कन्सियस फर्मेसन सब्जेक्टिभिटी फर्मेसन भइसकेको हुन्थ्यो. अहिलेको 12 वर्षको बच्चामा लेडीमा त्यो सब्जेक्टिभिटी हुँदैन, किनभने त्यो कल्चर छैन. And hence collective, and it decenters consciousness, relegating it to a purely receptive capacity. Finally, by drawing attention to the divisions, okay, now come to again Silverman. Like Silverman, feminist theory, there is Chris Whedon, and feminist theory, Chris Whedon accepts that the subject is not necessarily stable, and she emphasizes the role of language in the construction of identity. Chris Whedon believes that the subject is not necessarily stable. Subject चाहिँ stable हुँदैन. त्यो मान्छेको सब्जेक्ट स्टेबल हुँदैन, किनभने उसले कुनै बेला म त मरौँ कि क्या हो भनेर पनि सोचिदिन्छ. कुनै बेला म यसो गरौँ कि क्या हो, यहाँबाट भागौँ कि क्या हो भनेर सोचिदिन्छ. र भाषाको जहिल्यै पनि रोल छ. देयर इज अलवेज अ रोल अफ ल्याङ्ग्वेज इन सब्जेक्टिभिटी. This Chris Whedon says, look at now, Chris Whedon's extract is kept there. The position of subject from which language is articulated, from which speech acts. र उसको अनुसार त भाषा जहाँबाट निक्लिन्छ त्यो पोजिसनै सब्जेक्ट गरे. कुनै मान्छेको भाषा कहाँबाट निक्लिन्छ, मेरो भाषा मेरो ल्याङ्ग्वेज अहिले कहाँबाट निक्लिँदैछ भन्दाखेरि मेरो त्यो कन्सियस के भन्छ, मेरो त्यो इनर कोर अफ बिङबाट निक्लिँदैछ. म को हुँ भनेर निक्लिँदैछ नि त. त्यसैले द पोजिसन अफ सब्जेक्ट फ्रम विच ल्याङ्ग्वेज इज आर्टिकुलेटेड, फ्रम विच स्पिच एक्ट्स, भाषा हुन्छ, थट्स एन्ड राइटिङ एपियर टु अरिजिनेट, इज इन्ट्रिगल टु द स्ट्रक्चर अफ ल्याङ्ग्वेज. र जहाँबाट मेरो विचार निक्लिन्छ, जहाँबाट मेरा राइटिङ्सहरू निक्लिन्छ, त्यो त ल्याङ्ग्वेजसँग पनि इन्ट्रिगल पार्ट हो. भाषासँग अहिलेका सबै कुरा मैले जे भने, जहाँबाट भाषा निक्लिन्छ, जहाँबाट शब्दहरू हुन्छन्, जहाँबाट मेरो विचारहरू बन्दै गरेको छ, जहाँबाट मेरो राइटिङ्सहरू निक्लिन्छ, त्यो त भाषासँग पनि रिलेटेड हो. त्यसैले सब्जेक्टिभिटी इज रिलेटेड टु is an integral part of the structure of language, and by extension to the structure of conscious subjectivity which it constitutes. Language and the range of subject position which it offers always exists in historically specific discourse. Okay, this is Whedon's idea, and now come to Sigmund Freud's and Jacques Lacan's ideas also, because subjectivity is related to unconscious. That is why we have to link it to Sigmund Freud and Jacques Lacan. So look at the last part of this first one defining subjectivity. The the quotation shows perhaps some of the less extreme version of what might be meant by the term subject in recent critical theory. Our task in this chapter is to look at different ways of describing how the subject comes into being. So our task is like literary theory students or critics, literary theory critics. Our task is to look at how the subject comes into being, or how that subject is formed, how that subject gets reflected there in text also, and the differences that makes to our reading of literature. र त्यो सब्जेक्टले गर्दाखेरि लिटरेचर रिडिङमा के फरक पर्छ? मेरो सब्जेक्टिभिटी मेरो प्रकारको छ. I have got my type of subjectivity. Other people have got their types of subjectivity. त्यसले एउटा लिटरेचर पढ्दाखेरि के रोल प्ले गर्छ? मिनिङ मेकिङ प्रोसेसमा. In the process of meaning making, what is the role of subjectivity? That is our another focus of study. Or how that subjectivity is playing a kind of role in the construction of meaning. Okay, and psychoanalysis is the main consideration as this discipline transform any belief, as this discipline transform any belief in the subject as a coherent, rational and conscious being. We look here at the work of Sigmund Freud and Jacques Lacan because it is the work of these clinicians that has been most widely used in relation to literary studies.